Welcome to Returning Residents 101. Today we're going to go through housing options and the application process for our returning residents. Please join us for apartment open house. It will be Saturday, April 6th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Maple Hall, Maple Great Room. Come enjoy some great tours, get more information about apartment living, and ask questions that you may have. There will also be buses that you can go look at off campus um, apartments, and there will be food and a surprise from our favorite dog. On campus, we have two different housing agreements, a 9-month and a 12-month. Before you submit your housing application, your first decision is, which do I want to apply for? The 9-month housing agreement, which runs from the beginning of autumn quarter to the end of spring quarter, while the 12-month agreement runs from the beginning of autumn quarter to the end of summer quarter. If you're going to graduate at the end of spring 2025, or if you are planning to be on campus during the summer of 2025, I would strongly recommend that you apply for 9-month housing. If you choose the 12-month housing option and decide not to be here for the summer or graduate in spring, you'll still be responsible for the summer housing charges. 9-month agreement. Our 9-month agreement is from September 17th, 2024 through June 14th, 2025. Stevens Court Apartments. Stevens Court has a 9-month agreement for undergraduate and graduate students. They are single bedrooms in shared apartments. They offer 4 and 6 bedroom options, and the dining is optional in our apartments. Mercer Court Buildings A, B, and C apartments are 9-month agreements for undergraduate students. They have single bedrooms in a shared apartment, offering studios and 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, and 6 bedroom options. Again, dining is optional, and right in the area is a coffee shop, the Husky Grind Cafe. Now moving on to our 12-month agreements. The agreement date is from September 8th, 2024 through August 23rd, 2025. Our first option is Cedar Apartments. This is a 12-month agreement for undergraduate students, offering studios, 2 bedrooms, and 4 bedroom apartments. Dining is optional, and it is very close to Fitness Center West. Our next 12-month option is Nordheim Court Apartments. With this 12-month agreement, it houses undergraduates and graduate student apartments. They offer studios, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and 4 bedroom options. It's located just west of University Village with tons of shopping options in there. Dining is optional at that location and is very close to a bus line. Another option is Mercer Court, buildings D and E. These apartments have a 12-month agreement. They are for graduate students only. They have single bedrooms and shared apartments. We have studios, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, and 6 bedroom options. Dining is also optional at this location, and the Husky Grind Cafe is right at the bottom of your building. All of these communities are single room and a shared apartment. As you start browsing on campus housing options, make sure to check out our UW HFS YouTube page. We have virtual and 360 tours of our housing types and communities so you can get a good feel for what the room is going to look like. Now let's talk about some changes for the 24-25 school year. One of the big changes is we are adding a new living learning community. This new community is Black Affinity Housing. Black Affinity Housing is intended to provide a welcoming and supporting environment for students seeking connection through celebrating Black culture and scholarship. This will be open to all students and incoming and returning students. This community will provide space within the residence hall to promote personal wellness, social connectedness, and academic success centering the Black experience. This year, we're going to have an open house for our Black Affinity Housing. It is going to be virtual. It's going to take place on April 5th from 12 to 1 p.m. Hope to see you there. Next, I want to tell you about another of our two housing options. Not new, but something that we are continuing. Gender inclusive housing and mixed gender housing. If you are interested in either one of these housing options, I would recommend that you come visit our open house. It will be a virtual open house on April 5th from 2 to 3 p.m. We will be able to go into what gender inclusive housing is and the different communities that supports and mixed gender housing as well and the difference between the two. We would love to see you out there on April 5th from 2 to 3 p.m. So why might you want to live on campus? Or in general, what are the perks of living on campus? For the first reason, it is flexibility of the agreement duration. You can either do a 9 month or a 12-month agreement. We also have a lot of different room types. Most off campus communities only have 12-month options. So you don't have the shortened agreement option if you're not going to be living here during the summer. Also, it is extremely convenient to live close to your classes. As an apartment resident, you continue to have access to all of our HFS resources and amazing amenities, in addition to having all inclusive housing payments, parking available in the housing community that you live in, and no need to manage separate utility, rent, and other bills. You can also use the financial aid to pay for your on campus apartment if you do receive something. 9 month apartment rates. This is a screenshot of the apartment rates for the 24-25 school year. For specific rate information, you can take a look at our HFS rate sheet page. Rates are listed on our website per person and have been approved for the upcoming year. This is our 12-month apartment rates. Again, you will be able to review the apartment rates on our website, and these are a per person rate. Some important upcoming dates. The returning resident housing application will go live April 3rd at 2 p.m. And the deadline to apply is April 9th at 11:59 p.m. How to apply? To apply, you will need to visit your My HFS homepage. You will first need to make sure you have submitted your HFS student profile, where you will provide your contact information, personal pronouns, and authorize any third parties on your housing account. Step one, when filling out your housing profile, go to the 24-25 housing application. Underneath there, you will see the 24-25 profile. Go ahead and click on that button, do the necessary updates, and then you will see if you go back in that the status has changed. If you want to live with a newly admitted freshman or a new transfer student, be sure to complete the 2024-2025 roommate pull-in request by 12 noon on April 5th so that the requested roommate can be applied by the application deadline. Also, before the application opens, please take some time to review the housing agreement on our website. Step 2. Complete a returning resident housing application. Starting April 3rd, you will be able to log into your My HFS homepage at myhfs.housing.uw.edu and apply. On the application, you will submit your housing preference, request roommates if you have them, and choose the dining level that you would like. When you have completed the returning resident application, please take some time to go over the floor plans for the buildings that you might be interested in living in and figure out where you want to stay. After you submit your application, you can sit back, relax, and wait until room selection opens. Keep checking your email for important updates from HFS and familiarize yourself with housing and dining information on our HFS website. There's tons of knowledge on there. Check it out. Room selection begins April 23rd for 12-month applicants and for 9-month applicants. If you do not choose a room by April 30th for 12-month housing applicants or May 31st for 9-month housing applicants, HFS will assign you to a space based on the application preferences and room type availability. 9-month housing applicants will have until May 31st to change their room assignments. Room selection priority. Your room selection appointment time will be based on the number of quarters you have lived on campus, known as quarters of priority. Returning residents who have submitted their housing application by the April 9th deadline will receive an email from HFS with their room selection appointment date and time on April 19th, 2024. Room selection times are determined by the number of quarters that you've been living with HFS. Those who have lived on campus for longer are going to have an earlier room selection time. Now we'll go through a room selection demo. During your room selection time, a link will appear on your My HFS homepage and you will be able to choose your room. you will enter in your building preference. This step is required. And you could also enter any of the other optional options such as room style, bathroom style, living learning community, and dining account preference. Once you have selected all of your optional options and fulfilled the building preference requirement, click the search button. Next, you will be able to see spaces that are available that meet your search criteria. Once you have a space that you like, click on the link. If that is the room that you like, click the button, select this room, and that will assign yourself to the room. Once you have successfully assigned yourself to the space, you will get a confirmation page. On the confirmation page, you will see you are currently assigned to a room. Your room selection is complete. You will have the ability to change your room until room selection ends, based on either the 12-month or 9-month agreement. If you are selecting a room with a roommate pair or group, you will need to make sure that all of your roommates have been selected using the checkbox. When selecting rooms with your roommate, make sure that the room style that you're looking for can accommodate the number of people in your group. When searching the results page, it will pull up rooms that has a different number of open beds. Make sure that your group fits in the number that you are selecting. Once you have successfully found the room that you would like, click the select this room and assign yourself to the space. You will get a confirmation page. With room selection with your roommates, if you decide that you want to move to a different room with your roommates, you will need to log in and move yourself. Your roommates will also have to log in to move themselves to the new location. It will no longer automatically link. After you have assigned yourself to a room, you can visit your My HFS homepage and click on your room to see your room details page. Here you can see the room style, bathroom style, and even the names and contact information for your roommates. If you go through the returning resident application process and decide that you do not want to live on campus, you have until May 15th to cancel at no charge. If you cancel after that, you will owe charges based off the date you cancel. This chart shows the dates and the amounts that will be charged. This is also available on our website. If you have any questions about returning resident application process, please feel free to email us at hfsinfo@uw.edu and make sure to join us April 6th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for apartment open house in the Maple Great Room. We hope to see you all on campus next year.